Alright, let's put the difficulty to the max. And let's go do something that would be almost impossible to do in real life. Let's take 10 Ferrari 296 GTBs and let's race them in Laguna Seca. I, of course, cannot do that in real life because I don't have friends and I'm not a billionaire. So let's pretend I'm a billionaire and I have friends. Let's do this race. We are, of course, playing AssettoCorsa EVO in VR. Ooh, and the race is on. Wow, this is a mess. Look at that. Okay, it didn't crash. Ooh, that was a more aggressive start than I managed to do in real life. Ooh, how many cars did I overtake already? This is awesome. Okay, is he gonna leave me space? Oh, he left me space. Ooh, hey, not bad. Ooh, what a madness. This car is so fast. Holy crap. This is really, really fast, much faster than the other cars that I tried in this game before. And first time I'm actually trying a race. So I don't know if I mentioned, everything is set to Pro in terms of the assistant, so it should be in the most realistic setting and the highest difficulty. I am in the 4th place, and so far this Ferrari is just mental how fast it is. It's super fast and it seems to be very nice to drive, actually. But yeah, now it's getting a bit more settled. Ooh! Oh, did you hear that? It's like in real life, you hear the crashing as you go through the compression. It's amazing. Ooh, almost there. Let's see. Ooh, wow, they brake really early. Ooh, that was a nice dive bomb. Beautiful. I think he's not even next to me. Yeah, he's behind me. I can see him in the rearview mirror. And now let's have a good exit on the straight. Yeah, that was not a very good exit on the straight. Guys, I have to say one thing so far. It doesn't seem terribly difficult considering that this is the maximum realism and the maximum difficulty. Wow, they do not have much brakes, the AI, it seems. Alright, how is it gonna go? There is the ketchup and mustard Ferrari in front of me. I will try to keep up with it and see if there is gonna be an opportunity to overtake. But listen to this. Guys, this is just like... it feels like driving this thing in real life. I mean, I never drove it in real life, but this is pretty much how I would imagine it to be. I drove a Ferrari once on track, but they didn't let me drive it fast, so I actually have pretty much no idea how the car actually... Ooh, nice! No, he got the position back. Ooh! Wow, that was a beautiful overtake. Nice, guys. They are not very fast on the brakes and on the turning. Whoa! Yeah, that was I took that terrible. I missed the apex by a lot. Alright, 2nd place. That's not bad. This is the best I ever did in real life, anyways. Oh, I think he's close to me. Oh, this is so sketchy. This is so sketchy, guys. Like driving this Ferrari over there in Laguna Seca in real life, that would be like absolutely insane. It is so fast, and I have to admit one thing: the electronics and the ABS, it is still on. It doesn't let me lock up the wheels, and it is really preventing the car from spinning. But you know how this car actually feels? It feels a little bit like my Jag in a way. Obviously it's much faster. However, it has like that really nice behavior. Let's see through here. Yeah, it is a little bit. Ooh, nice. Overtake. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, I hit that sausage curb. Alright, the 1st place. Well, this is much easier than I thought. But you know what? The car feels great. Listen to this. Oh, the downshifts. Wow, guys, this is amazing. This is amazing. And obviously, I don't know how this car feels in the real life, but as I was saying, it is kind of close to how my Jack feels in real life, in the sense that the electronics, as you are entering a corner while braking, it allows it to rotate, to sort of spin and turn more a little bit, but it doesn't allow you to, let's say, brake so much on a corner entry to spin. So it has kind of like a behavior of a race car, but it's just like with a huge safety net that doesn't allow you to screw it up very much. So it is like a race car in the sense that you can trail brake to rotate the car a little bit more, and then of course when you get on the gas, on the exit of the corner, it like again rotates, but you never spin out. So it's like it allows you to do the things and kind of drive it like a race car, but it doesn't allow you to screw it up in a way. So I think for like really expensive cars that you don't want to crash, that is a very good behavior, because you can have all the fun in a lot of safety, and it doesn't require that much skill to drive, because as you get used to the speed of this thing, yeah, beautiful, it's actually not that difficult to drive. It behaves beautifully, and it's hyper fast, but it's not that difficult to drive, just like the Jag. Like, yeah, that I overtook it. I'm driving terribly, guys. I'm driving terribly, and I'm in the first place. That is interesting. But I wonder if they will have like more of a pure race car that wouldn't have all the ABS and all these like electronic assists. This is just so exhilarating. I absolutely love it. It's insane. Yeah, this would be epic to do in real life, but yeah, we would have to find like 10 billionaires that have this car and are willing to risk thrashing it completely, and we would have to rent the track. Oh, this is beautiful. Yeah, but what I was sort of trying to say is that it would be nice if this game had something that behaves like a proper race car, because in a proper race car, driving is a lot about what you do with the brake. So as you brake on a straight, obviously a proper race car like, let's say, Formula V or even Formula 1, like, it doesn't have ABS. So it's very much about braking at exactly the right force to avoid the lockup but be incredibly close to it. It's sort of like when you're braking on a straight, and then as you are entering the corner, you're using the brake to essentially turn the car. You enter the corner, trail braking very gently, and it is the brake that decides how much the car is gonna turn. You brake a tiny bit more, and the car has a tendency to spin and turn more. You brake less, and the car has a tendency to just like go straight and understeer. So let's say you trail brake a little bit heavier, the car tends to oversteer. You trail brake a bit less, and it tends to understeer. And it is this that basically is the way that you turn a racing car on the limit. You turn it essentially with the brake. You brake a tiny bit more as you enter the corner, and it turns the car more. You brake a tiny bit less, and the car is not gonna turn as much. You can influence the balance of the car and then make sure that you are using 100% of the front tires and of the rear tires. Now, obviously, street cars, they are never like that, because that would be incredibly dangerous on the road. Because if you don't know exactly what you are doing, it makes the racing cars completely unpredictable, because sometimes they would oversteer, sometimes they would understeer. Of course, it depends on the brake, but if you don't know this principle, they are extremely difficult to drive if you don't know what to expect. So obviously all the road cars, just like this Ferrari, they only essentially understeer. They let you oversteer, but only very little. And the beautiful thing about the Ferrari is that it does oversteer on entry a little bit with the brake. It helps, it lets you to rotate the car a little bit. Of course, it's not like a race car that you put a tiny bit more brake and then you spin out. But it essentially functions like a race car with a huge safety net. I know what this is just, ooh, yeah, I missed the apex a lot. This is amazing. Guys, I really enjoy this game a lot. This is just so immersive. I really feel like as if I was in that Ferrari in Laguna Seca. What an epic track this, what an epic track. I mean, this would be surely one of the top ones to try in real life. Absolutely love it. What a track and what a car. Now, it would be great if they put like a simpler race car that sort of behaves in a way that I described, where it's a lot more about driving with and turning with the brake pedal. But you know what, like, if it was this fast, I wouldn't want it. It would be too dangerous. So this Ferrari is just perfect considering the mental speed of this thing. Look at this. And by the way, if you want to learn the turning with the brake and all these things, the best that I have found is the Formula 1600 in iRacing. Over there, it's very much like in real life. You have to be very careful with the brake to not lock up when you're braking, and then you can use the brake completely beautifully to make the car turn as you are entering a corner. And you do more turning almost with the brake than you do with the steering wheel. The steering wheel is just to like keep the car stable, but you rotate it with the brake. And if you step a little too much on the brake, you will spin. If you step a little bit too little, it will just understeer. It's pretty much like in real life. If you tried it in iRacing, it's very, very realistic. And in iRacing, it is like kind of, it's easier to tell what is happening and react on it. This mechanic, of course, works, for example, in Automobilista 2. If you try the Formula V, it is also working like it is in real life, but in Automobilista 2, I found it a bit more difficult to tell when the car is oversteering as you are entering the corner, so it's a little bit more difficult over there to drive with the brake than it is in iRacing with the Formula 1600. But yeah, maybe this is just a lot of boring talking. Hey, I don't know, let me know in the comments if you made it this far. But wait, where are the other cars? Yeah, it seems that despite not driving very well, they are gone. Yeah, I think... Ooh, listen to this, it's amazing. Hey, the car behavior, I like it. The track is amazing, the sounds are amazing. Ooh, yeah, I can hear the carbs. Whoa, a little bit of oversteer on the carb to have a nice entry. Ooh, you know what, guys, this feels beautiful, beautiful. Look at the insanity of this Ferrari. Beautiful. However, in terms of the game, hey, it could be a bit more difficult considering this is the highest difficulty. It's not as difficult as I would like to have more of a race with them, but maybe it depends on the track and on the car. It's not fully released the game, it's just a preview. Wow, this is amazing. Woo! And there is the end of the session. And I won, woohoo, the first time. Believe it or not, never won a race in real life, so... I mean, yeah, not only did I get to pretend that I'm a billionaire and I have friends, but... yeah, I managed to win a race for the first time in my life. Beautiful, so that was pretty worth it. Let's try another car, if it's also gonna be easy or if it's gonna be a little bit more challenging than this. And here it is, the Lotus Emira, I think it is. Also, it's like a very cool car. Let's see whether the race is gonna be more difficult. Whoa! Okay, nice. Wow, this feels so slow compared to the Ferrari. It feels so much slower. But it is a very, very cool car, guys. This would also be difficult to pull off in real life. To get so many beautiful Lotuses to actually go on a track and the owner's willing to do something like this. Ooh, but is it more challenging? No, it actually seems like it's... Ooh, that was a nasty move from me, okay. Yeah, but there was no contact. I don't know what guys, this is pretty cool as well. Yeah, but the difficulty doesn't seem terribly difficult, because even though I missed the apex and I didn't take the corner very well at all. Look at it! One car, another car. Yeah. Could be a bit more difficult. Could be a bit more difficult, but very epic anyways. Now let's see if I can get... oh, okay, first place during the first lap. Yeah, I think this about wraps it up. Very, very, very cool game. Could be more difficult. Now, have you tried the AssettoCorsa EVO yet? Do you like it? Did you like this video? Let me know in the comments. And thank you for watching.